Welcome to the channel, Jaden Chase, and these are some of the top stories making headlines today. Now, there must be justice for Donna Donaldson and her family. And if you agree, drop a like on the video and of course, drop a comment in the comment section. Now, the defense for Mr. Maitland is calling the pieces of evidence presented at court by the prosecutors as an ambush. If they thought that because he was a member of law enforcement and that there was nobody, that this would be an easy case, then the system would have to release Vybz Kartel. He was convicted without a body, without any forensic evidence pointing to any crime. Me, I couldn't hear what I will continue reasoning. Look and listen.
Something was said on your live about 2 to 3 weeks ago. That is a strong evidence that the prosecutor have on Noel, and that's what was presented before the courts today. And that Noel attorney does not have that evidence, and that strong evidence is what's bringing the case forth. Why they're not able, like.
So Dr. Love says someone we mentioned on the platform 3 weeks ago.
Yes, and we must give kudos to you because you're being watched at a high level, and what was said on your platform, that's what brought into the courts today that evidence, and that's why they said it was ambush, because Townsend didn't have that evidence. And when the prosecutor threw it at them, they were surprised.
Me not stop talking me an old fridge. Remember them say social media circus me be, you know. And that's why them not like me love, and me not stop chat.
And I wonder, based on what you said, I'm looking to it, I wonder if the crown witness would be the Indian.
Shut up your mouth. Lady, I don't know who the crown witness is. Shut up your mouth because Bangarang go in a courthouse soon.
Alright, I'm watching.
Only think, hello, only think, couldn't hear nothing about truck man yet. Bangarang when me start chat.
Okay.
Go on, me student, go on, me student, go on, me student. Cute of them get new evidence. I ain't not surprised on my platform, Paula watch. And say, you know, that this can be, this is something to be looked into.
So Andrew, you know what? Paula have to go do her best, and she have to do her best. I know they don't rate her, so she'll be sure saying yeah.
I ain't no say. Me go say this to you. You know, say if Paula Llewellyn ever call up on me and say, Andre, help me fight for the justice system in this country. Any case she can and say, Andre, help the case, me go help Paula Llewellyn.
Of course.
You hear what me say? If Paula Llewellyn should call me and say, Andre, help the judicial system in this country, help Chief Justice, help we, I go and help them.
Of course. We say forward.
Still it's hello, them a watch me now, you know. Townsend they are sipping whiskey. Townsend they are sipping whiskey, you know. Cause you know come and court today, you know, my love.
No, me realize that. Me realize that. Sammy she was say we ambush her. She get ambushed. But on the blood and the Holy Ghost fire.
But me go say this to you. You know, say Townsend I get one young liar. We are big this Jackie, they pan the case too. Yes, me love. You know, so one big this Jackie we upper Pulse. I think a Pulse him there. What the girl, the boy, me not talk out everything, but him out the boy.
You know, you can't talk out everything.
Yes, Colleen. But when me see the boy pan the case, me say to myself, say, what you are doing, your son? Me say to myself, say,
look at Andre, me say, the case.
You know, you me say to you, go me to the girl, you know, the defense, and like how them done, and me say me go ask her the question. Me go over to
the case already up there. It's up there.
Me say me go over to the girl, you know, the defense, and like how them done, and me say me go ask her the question them. But me say she look nervous. Me say, you know, me not go shame her pan, cause sometimes, you know, Colleen.
Yeah.
You see them same defense, yeah. Them will help you too, you know. I know everything. Me go say this to you, Colleen. Me go say this to you, Colleen.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised the defense. Don't be surprised the defense help bring down Noel.
I won't be surprised that come out of this case there. the first surprise will come out of the case, and you would then say the circus media clown or Riri.
Well, was not locked up by the Criminal Investigative Network or the CIB. He was arrested by Ctoc. What a tangled web. What a tangled web. This is an exceptional student. I love when you see, I get.
It is the truth. This might be the case that puts the prosecutor's office back into the good graces of the people. This along with the case against Barnett, which are two major cases before the court where the people are calling for justice, seeing that Barnett already confessed and Maitland is now behind the bars, and it seems as if his lawyers are unable to get him bail. No matter what them come with, enough evidence is in the possession of the prosecutors that clearly them don't want him out of road while the witness them out of road. Simple as that. And it seems as if his attorneys don't know the full scope of the case. Because it seems as if every time them go to court and certain documents are presented, whether it be new findings or over the case may be, it's too much for them. Them can't even proceed with requesting bail. No one of the other stories making headlines today. No one also making headlines today. Former winner of the Magnum King and Queens dancehall competition, P0lice, has pled guilty to fraud charges. His given name is Omar Johnson, and he pled guilty, as stated, to fraud documents, conspiracy to defraud, and obtaining money by means of false pretense. When he appeared before the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court, it is alleged that Johnson handed over counterfeit US bills to a complainant in exchange for real Jamaican currency. Now, Murda serve as a lesson to youth them are forward in a Jamaica. The get rich quick scheme thing there. One, it take a mash up your own country's economy. And then the country too small for certain activities we must see the people they might take up and bring in the island. And the same thing we see are going with the high levels of crime and violence on the island. The country and the population can't manage the high level of crime and violence that take place. You know why Jamaican and Caribbean countries' statistics of crime so high? Because them a do it, them a calculate the amount of shootings with the amount of people who reside there. And think about it, many of the Caribbean countries are not as big as certain cities in these first world countries. So even the shootings are equal. Like the same amount of shootings take place in another city there, and the same amount of shootings take place in our Caribbean island. Them a look on the fact say less than 3 million people live on that island. And in that city probably 5 million people live there. Probably 4. So the population are double the size. So why we not gonna say, alright, that country they big enough for that amount of crime and violence are going on. We know wish we say no crime and violence are going on. This is just the reality. But these countries have more people living there. But within that same instance, I'm gonna say this. The methods used by these states, these cities, to combat crime and violence can be done with ease on these Caribbean islands. For one, the cities and towns are smaller. And even in certain rural parts now, we can still implement certain technologies there. Anyway, we have, they made a tell we that once upon a time where there were street lights in certain areas, they will also be putting solar CCTV cameras. So far, we have only seen that in some major towns and on some major streets. So in a major town and a major street, you might see it. Talk to me and tell me if you agree that the island is unprepared to tackle the new style of crime and violence that's taking place. And the security forces are under-equipped, underpaid, and not equipped with the latest equipment needed for crime fighting in this day and age. And as the country develops, areas of security are going to continue to be an issue. And as stated before on numerous occasions, crime and violence can only be reduced by a combined effort of the people, state, and the security forces, who are all really and truly stakeholders in Jamaica. The people who live there, the elected officials who have been elected to office, and the security forces who have been tasked with tackling crime and violence are all stakeholders. Maybe going forward, we need more dialogue between the people and the security forces as we are talking about a crime plan. Because remember, a crime plan affects policing will be carried out. The people have ever saying that. Just like how when no one know where I go on, we ask the people. When no one know how to police the community, we have to talk to the people as well. Talk to me, tell me if you don't agree. Now a quick recap. Mr. Maitland's defense team seems to be unprepared in his own defense, calling new pieces of evidence being presented against them as an ambush. This just look like the prosecutors have an extremely strong case. They have all of what them need. And whenever the defense comes to court, they notice that the prosecutors have new piece of evidence. And whether these are new findings or whatever the case may be, it is always something we make them say, oh no. And them deny them nobody ask for the bail. Poor and Bossy has pled guilty to fraud charges. If you're new to the channel, just a pass through button and like the reason, of course, and like the point of view, click the subscribe icon and the bell icon, and of course put it on all. And this is how you know you'll be notified of all fresh content as soon as fresh content is uploaded and made available for you. Now, until the reason again, live, love, and prosper, and stay tuned.